This is news with Judiette in VR. And now, live breaking news. Since E3 has been cancelled again this year, which is no surprise, Meta is still doing their own gaming convention set up for VR. We will get to learn about new games and hopefully more on the new headset coming up. And this will be June 1st, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific. So you'll want to make sure you keep up with Meta on the 1st of June so we can know what is going on with VR. And I will also do news updates on that as well, so you want to stay tuned to hear as well. After all the articles about Meta failing, Mark Zuckerberg has come out with a statement. He says a narrative has developed that we're somehow moving away from focusing on the metaverse vision. So I just want to say upfront, that's not accurate. We've been focusing on both AI and the metaverse for years now, and we'll continue to focus on both. Building the metaverse is a long-term project, but the rationale for it remains the same, and we remain committed to it. And that was his official statement. So that leads us to the metaverse apps. A lot of people consider the metaverse a failure, but is it really? Horizon Worlds, which is slow to get its major updates and user suggestions, is still doing well with growing number of worlds and users since the app has opened to the teens. So we will continue to see that app grow as well, just not as quickly as the other two. Rec Room has been beta testing Rec Room Studios for a few months now, and you can visit some of the worlds created from that app. What it is a add-on for Unity that lets you build for Rec Room. Although it is still glitchy with the Quest, it has produced some very beautiful worlds. And if you go to the rec.net website, you can sign up for the research lab, where you can do interviews, surveys, and let them know what you feel about Rec Room for the greater good of the app. When the Rec Room Studios is released is still unknown, but it is in beta testing and will be a huge addition when it is released to the public. Rec Room has also been gearing up for new avatar updates, as we will be getting legs for the Quest sometime later this year. Rec Room will also have fingers and updated clothing, which will move to go with the new avatars. The only major update VR Chat has given us this year is a new menu. As some people say it is still confusing, it is quite good for finding other things like worlds and avatars. The camera system, which they do need to update, is still a little confusing. And a lot of the PC worlds are still not able to view on Quest because Quest cannot handle it. I'm hoping for a update for that when Quest 3 comes out later this year. Now that alt space has been removed from the Quest headset, there needs to be more adult alternatives. Adults do not always want to interact with children, as the children are taking over VR. VR Chat has been a really good solution to this problem, and a lot of people are starting to flock to VR Chat. As the worlds are wonderful, the avatars are a little risque and a lot furry. There are PC VR alternatives for the adults as well. Second Life is over 16 years old and came out with a plug-in shortly for VR, but has been removed. Linden Labs, who originally created Second Life, has created a VR program called Sensar. And while I believe past research they may have sold Sensar, it is still open and active, even though they do not update their update logs. People are still using it, creating events and movie nights. And you do get your adult avatars on there. So if you are looking for an adult alternative, check out Sensar. I will do a brief live video on Sensar later if you are interested here on my page. Thank you for supporting my page, and thank you for supporting the metaverse as it grows. I can't wait to see what comes out in the future as we get AI for the systems, as well as the new Quest that is supposed to still come out at the end of this year. Thank you for checking out News with Judiette.